We know there will be traffic. So same way, come on. If there is, basically matches happen, 40 overs,
40 overs are up.
Are you trying to tell us we will not get to see India's 40 overs? It'll be a case
Again,
of bowling
now
batting.
on record, weather is predicting 8 o'clock onwards there's a band of rain. 8 o'clock. But once we go up, if it changes again, then it is
Your
not.
dinner time will be around 8.
It's not my
I was
fault.
going to order from Zomato.
Yeah.
But now I'm thinking I'll...
Order from Swiggy.
No. I'll go... Akash was saying, let's go meet Dr. Amit Agarwal.
He also has to
He says that. I said, chalo, let's go that side. If you're going there, we'll pick up something. Amit Agarwal, we'll visit him. And first, I have to check if he's there in the clinic or not. So
I think he'll be there till 8.
till 8, nah.
Till 8.
I'll check after our show.
If you call him, he can stay back till 9 also.
No. Why should we?
He's a very nice
Very nice.
person.
Okay, coming back to 240 runs, 250 target
250
for
is the
India.
target.
What do you make of the target? What do you make of
Sluggish conditions, there's a bit of sluggish
below
bounce.
par? I think slightly below par.
They will be disappointed considering they lost just 4 wickets. 2
Yes.
batsmen were unbeaten on 74 and 75 respectively. I think South Africa would be a little disappointed. They would say, we could have actually gotten somewhere around
280.
75, 80. And
It's
also
a middling score.
the Indian fielding. And India would think that they could have actually restricted them to somewhere around say about 220 or maybe 210.
If they had taken
like
it.
That and if only they can take catches, if only they can bowl properly in the death.
And even the ground fielding wasn't too great.
Yeah. Ishan Kishan in that one over that's Avesh Khan bowled.
Yeah.
Straight cut shot, misfield gone.
He's not used to fielding, no?
With bare hands.
Yes.
He needs gloves,
used to
big
be
gloves.
needs gloves.
behind the...
Yep.
Sanju Samson, although is a pretty decent fielder.
Yeah, I don't know. I remember he stopped a 6, I think, in Australia once with that dive.
Yes.
I think he did in that.
That is true.
Yep.
So I think it's a okay score. India would fancy their chances of chasing it. I think they can. You've got you're also playing an extra batsman, so your weaker point was your bowling, which is considered a par kind of a total, I would say.
Yep.
Unless what Siddharth is saying is true, that it's sluggish condition, but don't go by Temba Babuma's strike rate. That should not be a measurement or yardstick to measure if the pitch was slow or not. So
But I think the new ball will surely do move a bit for the Indian batsmen, and that will be a struggle.
And that slow bouncer, it's gripping onto the wicket, and you saw the amount of turn Kuldeep was getting. So that means the grip is there. And Keshav Maharaj is the only guy who can probably exploit the conditions better. Shamsi probably lacks that experience.
It does happen, when you have a bit of dampness on the wicket, it does help the spinners to get that extra bit of grip from the track, which Kuldeep Yadav made use of, but unfortunately, Ravi Bishnoi.
Yep. In that last over, the speed was 104 kmph.
what went wrong with Kuldeep Bishnoi today?
I mean, with Ravi Bishnoi, again, the pace.
Sorry, that is, who.
Yeah.
Chaitanya Bishnoi's father.
Acha. Also, also there's somebody else also.
Yeah.
Politician.
Yes.
Kuldeep Bishnoi. Yeah. He's Chaitanya Bishnoi.
Yeah.
Gets to play a bit.
So I think
Cricket also.
too short. I mean, he just couldn't control his lengths. Short ball got whacked. Even if it was too full, but he was bowling with such a pace, hardly any flight. Just in the slot 6. Shardul.
No, Shardul had an outstanding game.
I
used a lot of those cutters.
I thought Avesh Khan bowled pretty good. At least
maybe Mohammad Siraj bowled a better last over than.
No, last over I agree, but Avesh, I think there were a lot of misfields, a lot of catches were dropped in that last over. I think he gave
Miller
16 runs.
Yeah, he gave 16.
16 runs. Last 5 overs, I think the South Africans scored 54 runs.
Yep.
Because of course of the poor fielding. This is Aman Bhatnagar. He's saying in post-match press conference, please ask them about fielding standards. Frankly, after Dilip Saab came.
T. Dilip Saab
came. Sridhar has gone. Okay, it has been awful.
No, fielding has been awful, is right. And he's asking.
Inconsistent. Consistently poor.
Actually.
They've been one area where the Indians have been very consistent is with the poor fielding
The
standards.
standout bowlers though today, while okay, Avesh not bad, but I wanted to ask a question. Because Siraj was being looked at as the replacement, does he inspire confidence? Could he be that replacement?
He's
See, again,
inconsistent.
I'll tell you what,
Siraj.
one more thing. Apart from inconsistent, you are looking at an out and out fast bowler.
Yes.
Was he really fast today? No, I was looking at his speed. He was in the 130s.
140 would touch, but
No, but he
that
did
too
not today.
with great difficulty. Yeah,
did not today. So I don't know. I won't be too.
But maybe he's not
enthused
bowling
about-
flat out because it's an ODI. Maybe you want to be consistently 135-ish.
Maybe.
In a T20I, he will ramp up that pace to 140, 145-ish.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm not saying that just look at one performance and because
Yeah.
Shardul had a great game today, he should be. No, not saying that. But I'm saying because you are also looking at a.
I think they are
Siraj.
looking for a pacer who can actually hit the deck. You know,
Yeah.
the kind of bowlers like you have Shami, Siraj, even
Shardul.
Avesh for that matter.
Yeah.
Even Avesh, Kuldeep Sen, who's going to be there with the Indian team in Perth.
Umran Malik.
So I think because they have, as far as you know, the kind of bowlers who could actually replace or similar to what Bhuvneshwar Kumar is, or you have somebody like Deepak Chahar. I think most likely, I don't know what is the update about Mohammad Shami.
He's at the NCA, they're testing him.
Yeah, he's at the NCA. I don't know whether he's cleared the test or not.
Yeah, they're going to do various tests, just like they did for Jasprit Bumrah, and then he came and got injured. So they will do some test with Mohammad Shami.
Shami
also
has to go through all this.
Aditya Suryavanshi is saying, but Siraj was on fire. Did you think he was on fire? Last over, yes, he bowled.
He had the variations and bowled the right lengths.
9 runs, I think he
Yeah.
gave in the last over, and
No, but that's also because we've gotten so used to T20 style of cricket, where you are thinking 9 is very good, but in ODI, remember it's an ODI.
Yep.
So for that, you're looking at economy of 6 and something. It's not that great. Your two standout bowlers are Shardul Thakur and Kuldeep Yadav. Economy of 4 something. Outstanding spell by both of them.
Yep.
Kuldeep though was turning the ball like
Smile.
Shane Warne.
I know the dismissal of
Left-handed Shane
Markram
Warne.
was
क्लासी बॉल थी मतलब अच्छी
कौन सी?
कुलदीप ने जो बोल किया
the one that got rid of Markram,
Markram.
was almost pretty
Yeah.
similar to the one that got rid of Babar in the 2019
Yes.
World Cup.
वर्ल्ड कप
Yeah.
Drifting away, gripping back through the gate.
Yeah, outstanding. I mean, the turn, there has been a huge change, and I said it that day also that I think Kuldeep Yadav is very unlucky to not
Yeah.
be consistently considered. Why? Because the same Kuldeep Yadav was not being played. Then you brought him back into the scheme of things, and we appreciated Rohit Sharma's efforts to bring Kuldeep, and he said also that we want to give him slowly and gradually give him confidence. They didn't rush him in those 2 home series. I think West Indies, Sri Lanka, whatever they had. They played Kuldeep in the 3rd match only.
Yes.
After they had won the series. And both those 3rd matches he did well.
Yeah.
Yet suddenly he goes out of favor.
Injury
Suddenly he
happened at
doesn't
the
go.
wrong time.
Injury happened. That was actually, that injury happened. At
He
the
was
wrong time.
peaking in the IPL, but just when he was peaking, he got the knee injury. And he missed the South Africa series. And he only played 1 match in that entire West Indies series, that T20I. When Ashwin had played 3 matches, Kuldeep played only 1.
And the advantage of a wrist spinner, especially in Australia, is that he'll get bounce also.
Yes.
Yeah.
At times that bounce can be difficult to handle for a batsman because you can get an edge. You'll have big boundaries, although those boundaries will not be as big as they used to be. but still they'll be considered like bigger than what we find here in India. Even this ground also, I think they had brought the boundaries in by quite a lot.
Meters,
Yeah. By the way, I don't know, because I was listening to Rahul Dravid that day. He was asked the question about, why not bowling Akshar to left-handers. He said because left-hand bowlers, matchups make a huge difference. So that's why they've gone with R. Ashwin, who takes the ball away from left-handers. But so does Kuldeep. And Kuldeep today against the left-handers
was
looked
potent.
far more threatening.
The ball to David
any
Miller,
off-spinner.
pitched on leg, totally squared up, went past off.
Yeah, so many balls like that.
Yep.
So one is, firstly, he was getting a lot of turn, and he was getting the quick, that nippy turn. So one is you get slow turn. His was that quicker turn, which is almost
And he
impossible.
was not perturbed. He was not perturbed by the guys employing the reverse sweep against him.
Yeah,
Stuck to the basics, bowled wicket to wicket.
looking very good.
And the right pace, something that Bishnoi has to learn.
Yep. Aman Bhatnagar has a good point. He's saying with this team combination, it will be difficult in the future as there's no sixth bowler. Moreover, they have not chosen Chahar. So now batting also ends at 6. Actually, batting ends at 7 because Shardul will bat at 7. I think he's a decent batsman at that.
Yep.
So batting doesn't end. But we said this, that if you're not going to play Shahbaz, then your balance goes off a bit. So if your fifth bowler is Shahbaz, then you'll have batting till 7. And then maybe with Shardul at 8, it looks okay. Deepak Chahar, why he's not playing, we're all surprised. Unless they are just, they said we've seen whatever we have to. He's anyway coming to Australia.
I hope he's not carrying some niggle or something.
I also. Or the third option is maybe, I don't know if they're sweating over Shami's fitness and he is going to be drafted into the 15. And this is something they have then in mind. Said, no, don't play him. He may have to take the next flight only. He may not be there for the remaining 2 matches also. So don't play him and send him back. That again, I'm just looking at various options.
That might be the case. Because if Shami was such a certainty, they should have sent him to Australia immediately. No,
because they're doing tests on him now.
Tests again.
They have to do a lot of in-depth tests.
Whether he's match fit or not, that
like they did with Jasprit Bumrah, and then they bought him, and then he bowled 6 overs, and then he was
end of his World Cup journey.
So they are doing the same in-depth analysis, test parameters, everything there.
Trusting the NCA now has taken a real battering after the Bumrah incident now.
Yeah, so
taken
that's
a real battering.
That is what is happening. By the way, the earlier point that Aman made about balance, why don't our top order batsmen bowl also now? It's just suddenly like the Suresh Rainas, the Yuvraj Singhs, the Virender Sehwags of the world, Sachin Tendulkars of the world are gone.
Perhaps, and that was the reason why Indian team was so good.
Yeah,
because
that unknown factor.
Yes, 2011 World Cup, you had so many options. Even
ours. Blues we have 11 bowlers. Batting is not another thing. But we at least go with 11 bowlers.
Who was the last top order who bowled consistently? The last top order batter from India who bowled Suresh Raina?
Virender Sehwag. Top order.
After top as in whatever regular batsman. Till number
Suresh
5,
Raina?
6. Raina would be the last of that. I think so. Yeah.
Because Yuvraj didn't bowl a lot after 2011. Not a lot. He did bowl occasionally, but not a lot.
Yeah, I think Raina was the last.
Raina, yes. And he gave so many timely wickets and economically.
The ones who used to bowl have started, like Rohit used to bowl. Yeah.
He's got 2 hat-tricks.
Yeah, he just stopped bowling. He started as a youngster as an off-spinner.
Off-spinner, yes.
Junior level cricket he played off-spinner.
And he was a pretty decent off-spinner.
Yeah, absolutely. Suddenly stopped. The only one who could have bowled here was Shreyas Iyer.
Leg spinner.
Leg spinner,
yeah.
But they didn't try him. I mean, they didn't need to. Today, of course, it wasn't a case of somebody getting.
They wanted to take that risk and they went for that.
Yeah.
5 bowlers, 6
No,
batsmen.
generally, why are the batsmen not bowling is.
Maybe they don't get time because they are playing.
Maybe.
Or they're busy becoming wicket keepers. There's so many wicket keepers. Ishan keeps. KL Rahul keeps. Sanju Samson keeps. Rishabh Pant keeps. Dinesh Karthik. Does Rahul Tripathi also keep? I
can't recollect.
I think so.
I think you're right.
Yes,
think
or
Tripathi also.
RPS, he did keep some.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, 1 or 2 seasons he.
So many.
Although Dhoni there, he was the backup keeper.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. Now they're saying it's better to be a keeper batsman than be a.
No, plus the stress of playing all 3 formats, maybe you would not
but-
call that occasion.
Parth Chaudhary, Kedar Jadhav.
Kedar Jadhav. Yes, actually that name came to my mind little later. You're right. Kedar also.
Kedar Jadhav. Rohit Roy, you got it right.
Yes, Rohit. That is true.
Kedar Jadhav.
Below sea level.
Below sea level, yes.
But he wasn't a bad bowler actually. A decent bowler.
Good until that Australia series in India.
Yeah.
2 matches he was taken to the cleaners, they stopped that experiment immediately.
Yeah. Or Vijay Shankar.
Vijay Shankar, but was he a proper top order batter?
You went as number 4.
That showed that you had panicked very badly.
Yeah. But we are actually talking about regular top order batsmen and part-time bowlers, not all-rounders like Hardik or Vijay Shankar.
Bits and pieces. He actually, brutal statistics say that he was a bits and pieces guy, Vijay Shankar.
Who?
Vijay Shankar.
The big.
But
really
I thought you were a
come
fan
around.
of.
I still say that unfairly he was treated. But if you look at the stats also, he was a bits and pieces guy. Not too good with the bat, not too good with the ball. But you had a lot of players like that in the Indian cricket team who had a longer rope. Shivam
Dubey also,
Dubey.
I think they were unfair to him.
Yeah.
They brought him so early and then discarded.
No, one match.
Young also.
Yeah, but
One match, Ross Taylor hit him for 34 runs. You didn't consider him at all.
Yeah.
One match.
and he didn't have, if you take out his career, didn't have a bad career. I'm saying not as bad as to discard him suddenly.
And in fact, he was CSK's best batter in 2022.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Shivam Dubey.
And I thought that he was young. You could have actually groomed him.
Invested in him. Exactly
Yeah.
my point. Instead of just, bring someone in, play 7-8 games, out.
Yes.
Don't want to have you. That attitude.
Venkatesh is
Venkatesh Iyer also, I think unfair to him also. Didn't give him those many consistent chances. And now the sad bit is, he's not even there in your reserve backup
Yes.
team.
No, for Venkatesh, I honestly feel that you showed him, the India jersey, or you gave him the India
hope.
jersey a little too early, just on the basis
Sure.
of that one.
And
Sure,
on
but
top
then
of
why
that,
did
I
you
think,
discard him?
on top of that, I think Hardik also
He
regained
didn't have
fitness.
that bad a performance also. Even Venkatesh. I think.
9 matches, 33
basically-
average and 140 strike rate close
Two
to.
wrong things happened. I think he was introduced into international cricket very early. You could have actually seen him a bit more. And then when you got him in,
Yeah.
then you got rid of him also very early.
Very early,
Yeah.
yes.
So the other one, US ka super chat we got where he points out that Kedar Jadhav bowled. Yes, we got that, as Vishal Panchal is pointing out. The other thing is saying also, apart from wicketkeeper, the ODI team is full of opening batsmen. That actually is true.
Yeah.
Sanju Samson will bat at 6 today. I mean, he's also an opener.
Which
who's
is,
opened.
I think it's a big mistake. Sanju
All
at 6
top.
has been.
No, but I'm saying
where will he
anyone who would
bat?
have batted at 6 would have been a big mistake.
Yeah.
In this batting order,
Yep.
anyone who comes at 6 will be a big mistake.
Yes.
That's
That's the conundrum.
yeah. All openers or number
Yeah.
3 batsmen you've got, and you're not just trying to fit them in, which is, and again, middle order batting is a different skill, which is why that's why I said Rahul Tripathi, because he's batted at 5, 6 or 4, 5, that sort of position. So has some experience. Aman Bhatnagar is saying, seems like Deepak Chair would be in the reserves only. Now BCCI are going back to look at Siraj and Avesh, as they have already carried him until Asia Cup. Apart from Chair, other reserves are playing. BCCI can make changes. So Aman, I'm not too sure whether they'll go to Siraj or Avesh. I think Deepak Chair would be a little bit more favourite to come in. After Shami, I think he'd be there, or even someone like Umran could be.
I think Avesh is not in the picture anymore for this T20
Yeah,
World
even
Cup.
I don't think so. Rest, you can make changes till 15th October without informing the International Cricket Council. No limitations, no restrictions. Make as many changes as you want till 15th
You can
October.
change all the 15 players also.
Yeah, they can. Without giving a reason also. After that, you have to give in written
To the
why you making a
technical
change.
committee.
And even give a certificate of injury by a doctor or whatever.
The ICC technical committee
Yes.
will have to approve of the change then
Yes.
after that.
Till 15th October, do what you want. What is Mumbai Road? He's Jadav's.
Yeah, Vikrant Jadhav. Every bowler who is contention for Bumrah replacement are expensive. And those who are not even in standbys are bowling superbly. Okay. You cannot compare a T20, but still line, length and confidence counts.
Yeah, and just above that is Rishi, who says excellent bowling from Siraj in the death. But again, as I said, this is a one-day game, so don't see. Look at all bowlers. All have gone for an economy of 6. The ones who've been expensive, but others are at 4. Will you have the same figures in T20s? I'm not too sure.
No, not really.
Yeah.
Lord Shardul Thakur.
Yeah. Also, Siraj's fielding, by the way. Huh?
Siraj, Avesh, they're actually pedestrian in the field. And that is going to be a big factor in Australia. Fielding.
Yeah.
Hey.
So, I want to answer that question. Davis Cricket is saying Bishnoi for Ashwin, because we were saying, what say now Rahul and Nikhil? So, firstly, this is one game, and I don't think when we made any assessment of Ashwin or anyone, it was based on one game. We've been telling you, take a look at all IPL the last few seasons or internationals last few seasons, then make a call. That. Secondly, I think what we said of Bishnoi also, if you remember, we said that yes, he can be inexpensive on his day, but on a given day, he can get you 3 wickets. He is not always going to have, he will, take it from me, if you play him 3 T20Is on the trot, he is not going to go wicketless. I'll give that to you in writing.
I agree.
So there is a big difference. Just because today it's happened.
He was, in the couple of games he played in the Asia Cup, he got you in a winning position almost.
And you're trying to kill the confidence of a bowler, of a player, of a young player rather, Ravi Bishnoi. As far as Ashwin, I agree. I think Bishnoi gives me a better opportunity to get wickets, and Ashwin, 3 games on the trot. And by the way, he bowled in the best possible situations. In the first T20 also, second T20 also, and even third. I was actually very surprised that Akshar Patel didn't get to bowl the rest of his 3 overs. I was actually surprised. And despite
Rahul Dravid gave an explanation.
I don't buy.
He said that matchups are important to us. It may not be important for you, it's important for us. And go and look at stats, because I'm sure you don't look at stats as carefully as we do. So we have our stats, we have our backing. You go and check those. He told the gentleman who asked him the question. He said, go and see the stats. I don't think you look at them as closely as we do, which could be a fair point. But again, I always go back to, players like Gautam Gambhir, players like MS Dhoni, who've often said all this is overrated. We don't look at stats. Because,
Dravid, as always.
Yeah, I mean, again, some people it may work for it.
Yeah,
I'm not too big on that.
He believes in numbers, Dravid.
At the end of the day, you have to play a cricket match on the ground.
Yeah, I'm just saying, if I'm Akshar Patel, I'll be like, listen, I've been picking up wickets every game.
He could have actually been the man of the series.
Yeah, I would have told them that, how is it that by looking at some stats, you have decided that I cannot bowl and get you wickets today? I would have told the captain, give me the ball. Let me bowl. If I don't have a good day, then you tell me. But give me the ball, I'll do it. How can you say you've looked at some data of all left-handed bowlers against left-handed batsmen and this and that? Please give me the ball. So, I don't know.
Yep.
Anyways, the match has started. Indian innings has started. It's a 40-over game. According to Siddharth, there is a brief spell or what?
That's what the weather reports say. There's a brief
short spell or what?
There's a spell from 8 p.m. and how long or how short it will be, I don't know.
So
the weather has been really, it's like the BBC predicting the English weather. Very, very unpredictable.
So basically from 35 minutes from now, according to our weatherman, that is Siddharth Vishwanathan,
who got his earlier prediction wrong.
Look, the game started at 3:30, but then they were predicting rain at 6:30 also, but it didn't happen. No.
I thought you had some inside info.
Insider trading.
And that's banned, by the way.
Exactly.
Yes.
Mridul Krishna is saying that Riyan Parag should be for fielding. Well, you know what? He's a very good fielder. And if someone can pick up tips from him on fielding, then that'd be good because this Indian team
He
does
took
need it.
4 catches
Yes.
and 4 difficult catches in an IPL game.
Yes.
50 and 4 catches. I think he's one of the very few to have achieved that.
Riyan Parag and Ashwin in the same team.
They do play in the same team.
I know.
Yeah.
He's a very good fielder. Yeah?
Contrast. Ashwin is a passenger on the field, but Riyan Parag is superb in the field.
Is a passenger. What do you mean by passenger? Can you elaborate on that?
He's slow.
So are you trying to say that he cannot reach to the ball?
He can reach, but he can't run after them. Electrifying running. That's not happening.
You
Ashwin and
don't
running.
understand his body.
He is fit, but
He
he's
is?
slow. Ashwin, he's fit, but he's slow.
Answer the question by B2. Very good question. Last question and we'll wrap up. He wants your opinion on Stark versus Bumrah. I'm guessing across formats he's talking about. As a cricket fan, B2 has gone with Stark.
Bumrah. Because he's got much better control than Mitchell Stark.
I'll go with Bumrah.
Even I'm going to go with Bumrah.
Although, if you ask me to see, I would want to watch somebody like Mitchell Stark. But if I have to pick one out of the 2 in my team, I'll go with Bumrah.
Same with me.
Same.
Because Bumrah all format. Can win you a
Yes.
test match,
Yes.
T20 game, one day. Stark has gotten hammered in T20 cricket. So,
At least he used to Bumrah.
yeah, he's been injured now.
Hopefully he'll be back. No?
He'll be back, yes.
Yes.
Chalo, see you. Thank you for your company. At the end of the game, we'll see you.
Yep.
Let's see what India does. What are the predictions? You think India?
India will win.
Then I think they'll change.
India will win.
Good batting.
Depends on the kind of start that we'll get.
Yeah.
Bye bye. See you.
Bye bye.
Vanakkam.
Welcome.